So hello everyone, today we are going to start with day 9 in which we are going to see commands like arc, point, table, region, overkill and some more commands. So to start with, we are going to start with arc command. So here in draw tab we can see here this arrow is given. Just click down to drop down the arrow and we have the different types of arc. Now here are number of arcs but all of them are not used. Particularly the most used arc are 3-point arc and start and radius. But we'll see all of them one by one. So to start with, first I'm going to say 3-point arc. You just need to refer 3 points, say first point, second and third. And we can see one arc has been made here. Make sure that ortho mode is off when you use arc command. Next we'll see the second type, that is start, center, end. So as the name suggests, we are going to click the points. First point was start, then second was center, and third one was end. So start, center, end. This is the type of arc. Next we are going to see start, center, angle. So for start, center, angle, I'll say this as the start point, this as the center point, this as the center point, and here we need to give the angle. You can see angle value has been displayed here. You just need to put the input. So I'm going to say 60 degrees angle. So this arc will come at 60 degrees considering this point as an origin. If we draw one line here, now to check the angles, we have one more tool here. Go to tools palette and here you have the option that is inquiry. So in inquiry I am going to check angle here, select the option. It is asking us to select two lines. So I am going to select first line and the second line. Now it is showing the angle as 60 degrees. So using this command, we can see the angles also. We don't need to give angle dimension. We can directly see them. What is the angle between the two lines? Say escape. Now I'll delete this line and the arc also. The next type we are going to see here is start, center, length, in which we are going to define the chord length. Chord length is nothing but the distance from one end to another end of the arc, the straight distance. So I'll say start, center, length. This is the start point. This is the center point. And the length I am going to define here is 120 mm. Now when the length will be measured from one end to another end of this arc, this chord length will be measured as 120 mm. We have the command shortcut keys D, I, enter. First point and the second point. We can see the distance is coming as 120 mm. The another way, we have seen the tool earlier also. Inquiry, again we can go to distance. The same command will be activated here. You can access it by using this tool command. Say inquiry and distance. You just need to click and we can see the radius here. Click on the arc and the radius will be shown. So in this way you can check the values of arc, length and angles. Next type of arc we are going to see here is start, end, angle. So here we need to specify the start point, then we need to specify the end point, and then we need to specify the angle. So I'm going to give the angle here as 90 degrees. This was the start point, end point, and here is the angle. Next type, same start and direction, start and radius. Center points are not used here. Start and direction. So for start and direction, this is the start point, this is the end point. In direction, we can take it by using angles. You can see the angle value is coming. So I'll say this angle value as 160 here. This arc has been made. This is start and direction. Again, start and direction, start point, end point and direction, whatever we want. So this time it is taking angle anti-clockwise. Angle I am going to give here is 30 degrees. So in this way we can use start and direction. Select and delete. So the next type we are going to see here is start and radius. I am going to say this point as the start point. We have given the offset of 40 mm between these two lines. So the radius I am going to take here is 20 only. We can see here this semicircle has been created. Same way, if I start it from the upper side and then go on the lower side, having the same radius of 20, we can see there are two arcs been made. Now we'll make one square here, 40 by 40. We'll use start and radius. Say give this as the start point, this one as the end point, and radius we are going to give here is 40. So this arc is coming in a convex shape. Again repeat this command, start and radius. Now this time I'm going to give the start point at the upper side. Earlier we have given the start point from the lower side. This time we are referring upper side and then the lower side, and the radius we are going to take here is 40 again. Say enter. Now we'll delete this square. Say delete, and we can see this shape here. It has been taken by using start and radius. Next command we are going to see here is center start end. We'll select this center point, this as the start point and this as the end point. Second type is center start angle. So this is the center point, this is the start point, and we need to specify the angle here. So I'm going to take this angle as 45 degrees. Say enter. This was center, this was start, and if I want to check the angle, I'll draw this line here. I'm going to go to tools, say inquiry, and check the angle. Just click from the start. This angle is coming 45. So in this way we can use center start angle. Next type we are going to see here is center start length. This time this is the center point, this is the start point, and the length we are going to take here is 120. So this chord length again, say distance command di, click here to check the start and chord length. We can see it 120 it is coming here. Lastly we have the option that is continuous arc. So in continuous arc you just need to click the arc and it will continue from the last arc with tangency. We'll repeat continue. It is by default taking start from the last arc's end. So here we can see it is coming with tangency also. So these are the different types of arcs. Next command we are going to see here is point command. For that I am going to change the color here. I'll take yellow color. Now to start with point, we have the shortcut key here as PO, enter. Specify the point where you want to place. So I'm going to place somewhere here. First point, repeat point. This is the second one. And we can take the reference line for the alignment. This is the third point. So this is the first point, second point and third point. But they are not properly visible in this format. So if you want to change the sign of this point, we can go to format option, and here we have the point style option. Select the point style option and you can specify the symbol for this point. I'll take this one. It also shows the size of this symbol. It is coming 5% this time. I'll say OK, and we can see the difference now. Now the symbol for all 3 points is being changed here. If I want to change the size of the symbol, repeat that point style option, and here we have the point size. So I'm going to say 2 only, and we can see the point sizes are being changed. Now if I want points on this line equidistant, total 5 points, we can use divide command and the points will be applied at equidistant on this line. So to use that command, we have the shortcut key as div, enter. You need to select the object. It may be arc, circle or line. So I'm going to select this line. Now it is asking us to select the object for divide. I'm going to select this line. Enter the number of segments. I'm going to say 5, say enter. And we can see there are total 4 points dividing this line to 5 segments. First, second, third, fourth and fifth. We can use the same command for arc or circles also. I'll say I want to divide this arc into 7 sections now. Repeat the command divide. Select the arc. Define the number of segments. I'm going to say 7. Say enter. We can see this arc is divided into 7 segments. If I don't want these points to be highlighted on the arc, again we'll change the symbol here by going to format, say point style, and say this point style as regular only. Say OK. Now still we can see this arc is there. We also have the points existing there. We just need to go on the line command, select the center point, and we can see it will directly take the point as a node. So again start point, end point, I'm going to take this point only. So the points are still there, but as this symbol is being changed, they are not been highlighted on the arc. But we can refer them as a node so as to intersect the line on them. The last one. So there are total 7 sections now. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. Equidistant by common angle in between them. So in this way we can use point command. We can apply different symbols for the point. We can change the size of the symbols. And we can divide any geometry by using divide and points command. So after arc and point we are going to see table command. Shortcut key for table command is TB, enter. Here it will ask you this insertion behavior. We are going to take the columns as 5. The column width it is taking as 63.5. I'm going to say 40 only. Now we have to specify the number of rows. So the data of rows I'm going to take here is I want 4 rows, and the row height I'm going to take here is 1.5. Next it will ask you for the set styles. So I'm going to take this style, the first row cell as title, second row cell as header, and all the other cells as data. We can see here the format. This preview window is showing the format. First the title will come, then all the headers, and then the data. If I want to change this format, I can say header first, then data. So if you want to skip the title, we can go for this format also. And suppose if you want to skip the header also, click the option here as data. So only data will be referred here in this table. The insertion behavior we have kept here is specify insertion point. What does it mean? We will see this. Say OK. And now when you are going to click here, this table will be placed according to the insertion point. That's why the option was specify insertion point. So this table is been placed. Second way, again repeat table. Insertion behavior I'm going to take here as specify window. Instead of inserting the table by reference point, we are going to use specify window. Columns will by default come 5 only, and the row height will be by default 1 only. Format has been set here. I'll say OK. Only difference is when you click here, we can add the number of rows by dragging it, as well as the column width also will be adjusted by dragging only. So in this way you can add the table here. So these are the two different ways to insert the table, by reference point or by specifying the window by dragging it and changing the number of rows with column width. Now we'll see the further formatting. So if I want to type the title here, just double click in this cell and you can go for the title. I'll say 4 dimensions infotech. We can change the color and style also here. I'm going to change the color as well as style. We'll keep this style here as this rounded one. You can change the colors also here. I'm going to keep this color here as sky blue. We can make it bold and italic. Say close text editor. Next we need to add the headers. So for that we are going to click on this upper cells now. This complete row of the upper cells. Double click here. I'll say SR number. Say tab to shift in the next cell. Here I'll say name, tab, date, tab, phone number. Now if I want to change the colors and style and text size, we can change them here. I'm going to take the size here as 3 only. Say bold. And color we are going to take here is green. So in this way we can do the editing also. Now if I want to merge all these 4 cells together, you just need to click here and drag one window. You can see the dotted line window is coming there at the cursor point. Just drop it here and all the 4 cells are selected. After selecting all the 4 cells, so I'm going to say merge all. If I want to merge them by rows, I can say merge by rows. If I want to merge them by columns, I can say merge by columns. But here I'm going to say merge all, and we can see now it is complete one single cell, merging all the 4 cells together. In this way we can merge the cells. Next, if I click in this cell, it is asking us insert this cell above. So if I want to insert one more cell, we can see this number is coming as 5. I'll say insert above, and now this number is changed. It is showing 6 here, means one more cell is added above this cell. If I want to add this cell below, you can see the last number is showing 12. I'll say insert below. One more cell is added below the selected cell. If I want to delete the rows, I can delete the rows here. If I want to insert the columns at the left and right side of the selected cell, I'll say insert to left. So here the left side column has been added. If I say insert to right, then one more column will be added at the right side. The letters are showing here till F. It will take the G cell now. I'll say insert to right. You can see here one more cell has been inserted. Now if I want to delete the columns, we can click here. So it will be deleted from the right side, we can see there. Now if I want to apply color for the selected cell only for the borders, we can say edit borders. Here you need to select the color you require. I'm going to say magenta and click here this option that is outside border only. Say OK, say escape. We can see this cell is looking different in color. Now if I want to match other cells also with the same color border, I'm going to use match cell. And you just need to click on these cells. This border will be applied to all the selected cells. If you want to fill the color in specific cell, just select this cell here and we can fill the different colors also here. If I want to merge these three cells now, select them and say merge by column. They will be merged together by the column. If I want to select these two cells and say merge cells, if I want to select this, if I want to merge these two cells by the help of rows, if I want to merge these two cells as rows, select them together and say merge by row. One more thing, when you type any text here, and if I type here something, I'll change the size. I'll say 2 only. Now this option is use justification. So here you can say I want this text to be at top left. So it is coming at top left. I'll decrease the size little bit more. I'll say 1.5 only. Now this text is coming at the top left side. I'll say top center. It is coming at top center. I'll say top right. It will be moved to top right. Same way, middle left, middle center, middle right. And lastly, bottom left, bottom center and bottom right. So in this way, you can adjust the position of the text. I'll say middle center. If I want to add some symbols also, we can add the symbols also here. Say OK and close editor. So in this way, we can make table and edit them. Double click for adding the text in the cells and single click for editing the cells. Now if I go to format and select this option, that is table style, say modify. Now in general, we have this option table direction. Now if I want to change the table direction, it is showing downside. I'll say upside. So we can see here title is coming at the last, second last are the headers and then data. Say OK, set current and close. So now this name is coming at the below side, then the headers and then the complete data. So we can change the order of this table. The numbering also you can see here. This numbering is coming from the bottom side. So in this way, we can change the table format also. Go again to format, say table style, say modify. I'll change the direction, say again down. Here we can also change the default setting for the table. The default color was coming white. Alignment for the text was coming top center. Go to text, we can change the height also. We can change the text color. If I want to change the angle, we can change the angle also here. I'll set 10 degrees incline. If I say set current and close, now we can see here the data text is coming incline. Say repeat table style. Say modify. I'll change it. I'll say 0 degrees only. Say set current and close. Next, if I am taking two lines here, I'll take this as the first line, say ortho mode on. I'll take one circle also here. I'll take one more line. I'll change the color first, say blue color, and I'll make one more line overlapping to this first line. I'll make one more circle overlapping to this circle again. We'll add one more line changing the color. Now there are total 3 lines here and 2 circles being overlapped with each other. So if I want to see the overlappings here, we'll put on this option, that is selection cycle, and click here. It is showing all the 3 lines. Suppose if I want to delete the yellow line, I select this yellow line, say delete. This yellow line will be deleted. If I click it here again, it will ask you for the selection, which line you want to select or edit and delete. So I'm going to select sky blue line here, say delete again. Only one line is left. So this selection line help us detect the overlapping objects. These 2 circles are coming now. I'm going to select yellow circle and say delete. So in this way, overlapping objects can be detected and modified by using selection cycle. If this selection cycle symbol is not showing here, you can go in this list of the status bar and put on the option for selection cycle. It is by default on, that's why it is showing here. Next command we are going to see here is overkill. For that, select this drawing tool. I'll make some lines. We'll make some overlapping lines also on these lines. The selection cycle is on. When I select this, it is showing two lines here. If I select on this line also, it is showing two lines. Now I don't want these overlapping lines to be remained after completing the drawings. Then we can remove them by just one command. Instead of selecting and deleting them one by one, we can use overkill here. Shortcut key for overkill command is OV, enter. Select the objects to overkill, say enter again. It will ask us whether you want to ignore any property while overkilling. I'll not select any property here. I'll just say OK. Now when I select here, we can see still the selection cycle is on, but overlapping has been removed. It is not showing two lines after selection now because the overlapping lines are being killed. So we can use this command overkill so as to remove the overlapping lines in the drawings. Next command we are going to see here is region command. For that I'm going to make one sketch, one open profile and one close profile. We are going to take copies also of these objects. Say CO, enter. Now when you click on these lines, they are not selected completely at one click because they are not joined together. If I apply join command, say J, enter. Select all the lines, say enter. Now when you click once, all the lines are selected at one click because they are joined now. For this object, this close object, I'm going to apply region command. Shortcut key for region command is REG, enter. Select the objects to make one complete region, say enter. Here also at one click we can see this complete object is been selected. So this is the region command being applied, but for the closed object, and it is working same as join command. But if I apply this region command on this open entity as we have applied the join command on this one, say REG, enter. Say enter again. Still it is not selected as a complete object even after applying region. The reason here is the main difference between join and region command, that is if the object is not completely closed then we can join it together but we cannot make region out of it. But if the object is completely closed then we can make the region. One more difference is there between region and join. Now I have done region at the upper side. We'll say join for this object. Say J, enter. Select the object. Say enter again. When you click we can see the difference. Here there are total 4 grip points are coming and here total 4 grip points at the corner and the mid grip points are also coming here. This middle grip points are added in join only, not in region. This grip points helps us stretch the object. We can stretch the object here. But if I have made this object completely joined by using region command, then we cannot stretch the object. We can just click and drag the object, it will move instead of stretching. But here, if I made this close object by joining instead of region, we can see it is stretchable. So this is one more difference between join and region command. This was region command. So these were the commands we were going to see today. We'll continue with the further commands in the upcoming lecture. If you want to learn AutoCAD completely, just follow the playlist of the AutoCAD which is uploaded earlier. Do share, like and subscribe the channel. Till then, thank you.